right, what do you got?
All right, next question is from our friend Richard Whittington. He says, how do you maintain an interest in kilts without becoming bankrupt? It's truly an addiction. He's asking for his friend, of course.
Of course.
Yes.
An interest in kilts without it bankrupting you.
Yes. So that you can't afford a pair of hose even. You go first. I have thought, but I'll allow you to pontificate. Wax poetic. I'm not going to share a thought so much as a cautionary tale. I did mention earlier my wedding was the first time wearing a kilt. I had come to Phoenixville to visit the shop, USA Kilts, and it snowballed. Eventually I worked here. Now I'm on the show. It's 8 years. Well, I guess it's almost 14 years since that first kilt purchase from Rocky and Kelly. And now I'm trapped, and I can't get out. Rocky literally has me chained to the chair, and that's how I can somewhat afford kilts. They're still expensive, but when you can make them yourself, they're a lot cheaper.
So you just have to work here.
Yeah.
It's fine. So, yeah. Drive in, apply.
Yeah.
And the other secret is we keep his wife and child locked in the basement so he can't leave.
I haven't talked to them in 2 years.
Shut! I get the GIMP mask again.
Oh, God. For that OnlyFans page.
Yes, we're off the rails today. Now, in all seriousness, if you're looking to get into buying kilts and you don't want it will potentially become addicting. There are plenty of people who love this stuff, who have one, and they want to buy, the ancient version of their clan tartan, not just the modern. Then they want to look at, Flower of Scotland's a beautiful tartan, and Isle of Skye, I love purple.
You got to get the muted version.
Exactly. And Celtic Nations muted, wonderful tartan. So I would say this. Almost have a swear jar or something where you put money, or, at the end of the day, if you go out and, buy your lunch or buy coffee or whatever, and you make sure you're paying with cash, and then take all the change and just throw it in the jar every night, you end up saving money to do it. Have a little fund on the side, or divert X number of dollars from paycheck or whatever. Don't mortgage your house to have to go do it. But, it's all about saving up and doing it over time. You can... For the outfit itself, I would say, when it comes to the kilt, that my pat advice is buy the best thing you can afford. Again, don't mortgage the house, but don't buy something cheap that you're not going to like 2 years later. So if you're going to buy a kilt, the kilt is the base of the outfit. So buy the best kilt you can afford. But maybe you buy a cheaper buckle or a cheaper kilt pin or a cheaper pair of hose. But then, over time, you replace the cheaper stuff with more expensive stuff. But the kilt, which is going to be a much bigger delta in trying to purchase something, you buy the slightly nicer thing if you're waffling between two. Now, if you only have $100, then you buy $100 kilt. Again, you need to live within your means. But it is the thing that my 90 years on this earth have taught me is that it is rare that I have, if ever, said to myself after the fact, I should have bought the cheaper thing. I didn't need the nicer one. But there's many times where I've said to myself, damn it, I should have just saved up and bought the nicer one. I don't like this thing as much as I thought I would. I should have bought the other one. So again, it's and I don't care who you buy from. You don't have to buy from us. It's just a life thing in general.
So you mentioned the swear jar, or at least the savings where you throw your extra change in the jar. I know there is at least one couple that's on the Kilts and Culture Facebook group that does that, the Irvines. I think we might have featured them once on the channel before, Elise and her husband. Yeah. They do that. The trick is, and I can't quite figure out how to get other people to buy into this idea, if you can convince the people on the street, every time somebody asks you, what's under the kilt? What are you wearing under the kilt? If they have to then give you $1 to put in your jar, you're going to have plenty of kilts, and you're going to be fine in terms of your finances. I don't know how to get them to actually agree to give you $1, though, especially in a day and age where not a lot of people have cash or change on them.
Give me $1.
Carry a square around.
Give me $1 and I'll tell you.
There you go.
Yeah.
There you go.
Or, Venmo me $1 and I'll tell you.
And I'll give you my best quip.
Yes. I could see that. Now,
it's a great way to defray the overall cost of the habit. Like a better way to put it.
The addiction.
The addiction.
Now, Mac, can you imagine if I had a swear jar in my house?
Your wife would make you so rich.
My wife is the sweetest person to everyone she just meets. And then when you know her, she curses like a sailor. It's hysterical. So, yes, I would have a lot of kilts if I had her swear jar.
Yes.
You do have a lot of kilts.
Fair point. Well, I also have 20 years of doing it.
Guys, get out while you still can. I swear, after you've bought 6 kilts, he makes you come work here and there's no escape.
Get back!